You probably saw the stats pop up when Rahel locked it in, though. 4 plays so far here in Spring Split, 4 losses in Spring Split, so could potentially struggle a bit, but we'll have to see, as the final pick of the draft for FlyQuest will be K'Sante up there in the top lane, the K'Sante versus Renekton Classic.
Yep, so Aurora's going to be flexed over towards mid, and they are going to get Gakkos on a tank here.
The second crab, level 6 to the jungler who gets it.
All right, here's the battle. Hambach going to take the brunt of the Shyvanaverse here at the start. Quad's got to try to get away. He wants to go between worlds, bounces back to the other side as Rahel goes on a magical journey. Battle lines being restored here as FlyQuest try to get away. Sentinels, they drive them back for now. Possession over the river as the second Drake of the game has spawned. Dominus from Impact committed as Gakkos tries to clear enough space without using the all-out in return. Looks like he should be able to get back to the safety of the turret just like that. So if we do get these top laners teleporting down here for the dragon fight, Masu could be in a little bit of danger before that even happens. Hambach still in the Drake, Rahel under pressure as Griffin makes his way into the fight now in dragon form. Rahel still trying to escape with the first blood. Goes back over to Quad. Sentinels! Right when they needed to clutch up, they fall down. FlyQuest punish as they try to get Masu yet again. To find a pick somewhere, stabilize things a little bit.
I mean, their vision on the bot side is great. Quad is fighting here. There could be an angle for a dive now. He has no ult.
Yeah, Hambach immediately just jumps in for the Cataclysm. Quad, nice use of the Proto Belt to stay away from the Tempered Fate, but they just send more men. Sentinels finally get themselves a kill.
Just as you talk about it, who he gets on the board. Perfect Bard ultimate to turn the turret off. Here's Masu, though.
Yeah, Masu just immediately decides to jump in there with a Conmay step into the Arc of Ruin. One more hit is what he needs. Masu Wild Growth! And the final auto attack finds its mark. Wow. The turret heats up, but the heat's not enough. Masu survives thanks to Cryogen, and FlyQuest trade 1-for-1 across the map. This champion liking to power farm when she's ahead. Griffin is farmed up plus 30 over Hambach, but now the engage coming in from the Jarvan forces the defensive Dragon's descent back of the wall, who he's ready to try to follow. Griffin still looking for his escape, flashes over the wall into the Krug Pit. Impact on the flank, Hambach ready to flash follow here with the EQ. Quad still standing by, wants to fire back, but Griffin is in some serious danger, still trying to get himself away for now. Escape the cooldowns won't happen. Ruthless Predator seals the deal for the shutdown for Sentinels.
Sentinels, just like last time.
It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. As soon as Sentinels makes a play on the bottom side of the map, Masu and Cryogen step up, crack their knuckles, and say, "Where's Rahel?"
Take the wave in a normal way. They're looking for Darkwings.
Yeah, Darkwings gets caught out by Gakkos, going all out here as Griffin's waiting over the wall in case Darkwings tries to escape. FlyQuest is ready. Darkwings responds with the gravity field, but it won't matter. It just buys enough time for Masu to take the kill credit. 21 minutes on the clock. FlyQuest on the Baron Pit. Impact on the other side of the map. Does have the teleport ready to join the rest of the team if Sentinels wants to try to stop it. Hambach's the only one here for now. Cryogen zoning him away. The Baron down to 6,000 HP. Impact still finishing off the tier 2 down here in the bottom lane. Tempered Fate onto the Baron, buying a little bit more time. Impact still bottom. Teleport going to be channeled now as FlyQuest still on the objective. Burning this one down. Should have no problem securing it. Masu pops the Arc of Ruin yet again. FlyQuest going on the chase. Baron's already claimed. Looking for a little bit more. Gakkos wants to cut off the escape route back towards the Sentinel's base. Immediately has it with a Pathfinder. Follow-up knockup is there as who he is low, but now they're turning it back around. Masu's down to 100 HP, but he does stay alive. Fires another Arc of Judgment back into the fight as Hambach falls. Griffin getting away for now. Impact wants to kill him. Meanwhile, Quad picks up Rahel on the right side of the fight. Griffin finally dropped. Who he's still barely hanging on. Impact trying to raid boss this, but FlyQuest already cleared the encounters they needed to. Impact hit by the third Intofo strike yet again. Gakkos still not that afraid, but now the Darkwings has joined back into the fight. FlyQuest have to continue their retreat. Impact trying to bait them a little bit further, but FlyQuest continues falling away from this. They are going to take this sequence. Could be what FlyQuest is looking for. The Dragon down to about half HP. Quad still on the approach, trying to go the long, long way around. Tempered Fate flies out, but Griffin flies in, steals away the Drake. Now Impact going to be focused on the front side of the fight, while Quad immediately finds the backline. Impact over the killing spree, takes down Griffin. FlyQuest don't have the damage to kill anybody, but everyone on Sentinels is low. It's Griffin trading his life for a Dragon Steel.
Gets the Flea, obviously doesn't stop Smite, so just presses it faster at 1200. And a nice flank on the backside here from Quad, nearly one-shotting Rahel. But that channel does go through, and then everyone can kind of take the Bard portal or dash to safety.
Meanwhile, back live, it's Quad under pressure. Hambach going for the Cataclysm. He's got the firepower from Darkwings right behind him, and that Sentinels finding themselves a pick. Soul point for Sentinels getting locked in roundabout now. He might fire a Tempered Fate up to the Baron Pit if they think they can do anything with it, but nobody else is anywhere nearby, so wouldn't really do anything but buy you an extra second. So Soul point for Sentinels, but Baron for FlyQuest. We'll see how much value they can get out of their power play. We'll look for the Cataclysm if they can get a good opportunity, but for now, Sentinels just going to push FlyQuest back.
Look at all these TP wards that are available here, too. You know, Renekton is not with them. TP ward, TP ward, TP ward all around.
Okay, teleport coming in now. Gakko's the only one getting caught, though. There's your Tempered Fate. Might lead to something more. Masu gonna be the target. Gets himself back over the wall. Hambach ready to follow. Gakko's knocked down first. Hambach tries to get away, but a nice bullet time buys a little bit of time. Cryogen with a kill onto Hambach as Quad has to escape off to the left. Sentinels have made a 1-for-1 trade so far, but they want to get the advantage. Darkwings cuts him down, gets the kill back into Quad as Impact zones everybody else away on the FlyQuest side. He's not done. Goes on a magical journey straight to hell. Not exactly where you wanted that one to go, so the dust settles, and we get a 2-for-2 trade.
He saw a much better idea than what happened there.
As Huhi comes in.
Huhi goes out.
Griffin had ult, you know? In there.
He did.
Not much you can do.
That can take over the team fight, who now has Lord Dominic's regards also fully complete. Oh boy, Huhi. Yeah, that's Infinity Edge plus Fiend Hunter bolts. That's what's going to happen to everyone on the Sentinel side. Death's Dance at least completed now for Impact, so that'll help him survive it a little bit better. But now, FlyQuest again pushing up. Impact gonna be your target. Knocked into the fear by Griffin. Masu's already dominating. It's been so close for so long, and now FlyQuest have found their moment, and they're forcing themselves all the way forward into the enemy base. Sentinels scrambling to try to defend as Griffin goes too far forward, might just get punished here. Another turret shot finds him, but not quite enough to kill. Laser fires through. Gakkos could potentially get caught here in the gravity field. Buffers through it there with the Pathmaker. Cryogen right behind his top laner, making sure that he stays alive. Quad fires back with a 2-fold Hex to create some space. FlyQuest now up 7,000 gold as the dragon is spawned and the soul is denied to Sentinels.
And FlyQuest continues to play on the edge. The one pick for Huhi, how well Masu's been playing from the Ezreal game to the 10-0 Lucian game to now the 7-0 Yunara game. It's been like an hour of in-game time since he died.
Darkwings just got popped. Masu jumps in again with the Fiend Hunter bolts, just mag dump onto the enemy mid laner, and right when it looks like Darkwings might try to escape, Quad's there to cut him off.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you can afford is what you buy at this point, and I think Seeker is actually a really good buy for an AD carry in a final fight situation.
All right, let's see if Griffin suffers any sort of real damage down here in the bottom lane, because the rest of FlyQuest says, okay, you want Griffin, you can have him. We're going to take the Nexus. First turret's already down, second turret's going. Quad buying a little bit of time. FlyQuest are just running straight for the enemy Nexus. Sentinels can't stop them. GG, well played, FlyQuest. Sweep Sentinels out of the playoffs.
So decisive all series for FlyQuest. Masu with a near perfect series here down the stretch, and they are hyped.
Insane series from Masu. Griffin popping off, jumping out of his seat there. Sentinels has had FlyQuest's number this year, but when it matters most here in a best-of-5 here with a chance to win the LCS championship, with a chance to go to MSI on the line here, it is FlyQuest sweeping Sentinels out.
And I think for a lot of people watching the LCS, it's a great sign to see FlyQuest locked in and doing well, because they're such a fun team to watch. They will play aggressively, they will play creatively, and when they're locked in, this is a scary squad.